Think of yourself as a tree. Think about all the things you need: sunlight, carbon dioxide, clean air, soil full of nutrients that is able to support you and your roots and will not slide out from under you during a season of storms. You need water and a climate that allows who you are to thrive. You're continuously growing to the light and planting your roots deeper. Everything you are taking in contributes to your health and well-being. Your goal in life is to stand tall and to reach higher than you can stand. You are constantly maintaining this health, even enhancing it, to reach your goals. But why are we letting termites burrow holes into us? Holes we know that will scar us, damage us. We tell ourselves reasons to stay under these conditions. We tell ourselves that the termites are filling the holes in our lives, when in reality they created them. You need to think about what you need for your health. Health is your gateway to all of your other goals. Health comes first. One of the biggest mistakes we make is staying in relationships that damage our health and thus our progress. Abuse is the termites eating away to the core of what we are and our potential of living a healthy life. We need to stop this. If anyone, crosses a predetermined line, leave. We have to rid the termites that eat away at our health and plant ourselves in a nourishing environment. Why should we leave? 1, because you are not helping them by staying. Using the excuse of their past as an excuse for excessive behavior is a free pass that costs both parties. You're telling them that it's okay to burrow holes into your tree and for them to decay a relationship, digging their own holes deeper instead of growing despite their holes from their past. You may fight about it, take breaks, tell them a billion times that their behavior is not acceptable, but every time that you come back, you are telling them it's okay. This is not helping them. You are giving them a handicap. This handicap is not just for your two relationship. It is also for their potential ones in the future. Leave, because no excuse truly excuses excessive behavior. Teach them by your absence that it's not okay, and pray that they grow to find happiness. The second reason you should leave: you're with a person, not your manifestation of them, and not with their past self. Yes, we should always see the potential of ourselves and of others. But know that anyone, even yourself, may regress at any point, even further down from what you've seen as their lowest point. Your manifestation does not exist, and probably never will. Leave. If you're holding on to who they were, wake up from the dream of yesterday. People change, evolve, deteriorate. If who they are or how they are in the relationship is putting holes into you, take your life elsewhere to live in the present and for a healthier life. The third reason you should leave is when you realize you've been holding on to the warped concept of family. You constantly hear blood is thicker than water. You've been taught that family means family no matter what. Society echoes, but they're your family, your blood. Our own psychology yearns and cries for the acceptance of those we belong to genetically, to feel secure in our own ability to be lovable. Next time you find yourself at church singing, Families can be together forever. Notice the precise word choice. It says they can be. It doesn't say will be, because it's a choice, an active choice that we make. It doesn't say have to be. It's not a requirement. Families can be. It doesn't say they are together forever. Because there is no binding, only bonds. The people you hold the strongest bonds with are your family. If you only stay because of blood, you'll bleed, metaphorically and maybe physically, depending on what kind of abuse you're enduring from them. Pull out those roots that have and spread infection. The fourth reason to leave is the fact that you have dependents. You stay for the kids, to give them stability, but you shake their idea of what a relationship is and what is acceptable. Abuse spreads in some form or another, even to the children. No matter what you and the abuser do to hide the reality of your living circumstances, the kids will be affected. No amount of effort from either or both parties will prevent the children from feeling the effects of the abuse. You are attached to the children. They depend on you. They feed off your health and the lack thereof. You are keeping them in this environment that is not suitable for anyone's health. Abuse seeps throughout the household and spreads emotional and mental tolls. The kids will have holes of their own, even without experiencing the abuse themselves. The likelihood that they will end up in an abusive relationship is higher, for even the smallest of holes leave an opening for more. So if a relationship is harmful to your health, leave. Leave for yourself. Leave for them. Leave because you deserve the present. Leave any negative binding. Leave because others feed off your health. But when? When should you leave? There are different forms of abuse. You can be abused mentally, emotionally, physically. There's also the abuse of trust and of the relationship, which you may or may not consider as a secondary form of emotional abuse. The abuse can be directed at you, your kids, both. Neglect is a form of abuse. Abuse does not have the same definition to every person. Physical abuse is easily identified, but yet is still excused. You need to define your own definition of what you consider abuse to a person and to a relationship. Don't exclude physical in your process. You may think it's obvious, but may find yourself questioning how you should have handled just even a shove. You could consider it abuse, write it off as they were mad and it went a little too far, that it was okay, and that it technically wasn't considered a strike. Don't leave room for questions later. So this is you, right now, creating a predetermined line. Place it and never waver. Yes, people say hurtful things and take more than they give sometimes. But what is too excessive for you? Figure that out right now. Know when you personally will have to leave for your own health and for those that depend on you. And remember why you need to leave once your line is crossed. You are a tree. a living, breathing thing, not a stone that can reside itself into taking impacts until it is completely turned into sand. You need much and give to others. Preserve your well-being. It's one thing to lack. It's another thing to let abuse make its way to your core. Remember, abuse has no place in your life. Make a line. Leave when it's crossed. Thank you.